Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and you've guessed it already by the thumbnail. This is an unboxing, which is the first video in a brand new build series, which is actually going to take me transitioning from only ever flying props before into turbines, and I've gone rather large. So before we start, let me just take 2 minutes to give you a little bit of backstory. So those of you that follow me on YouTube, Facebook, and the rest of social media channels will know that over the last couple of years, I've been going to some jet events. So I'll go down to Abington with my friend Andy, Aerosmithy RC, make sure you check out his channel. I've gone to I went to Jet Power in Germany. That was obviously all about jets and was absolutely amazing. And of course, I've been to Dubai recently as well, which was Dubai twice actually in the last 4 months, which was a great site for flying jets. So throughout that time, I've been around a lot of jets, and yet I've never, ever flown a jet. Yes, I've flown an EDF, and I've recently purchased an EDF, which you'll see on the channel very soon if it's not already out, but I've never flown a turbine. So, while I was at ProWing in Germany, I met Ben from FTL Innovation. And those again haven't seen that clip, I'll link it down below. But Ben was a great guy and explained to me about this new company, FTL Innovation, who are now bringing turbines into the UK. And we got talking. And we got talking some more. And long story short, FTL sponsored me to do a video series on transitioning from prop into turbine. So this is a sponsored video, but as per always, I'm going to give you my opinion as we go through this journey. So this series, number one, as you've seen from the thumbnail, is all about just unboxing it and having a look at what I've ordered. And then we're going to go through a series of installing and getting the jet ready, all the way through to maiden, and then past that as well, through to actually flying it and getting more and more familiar with the jet and see how easy or not easy it is. So I'm doing it from a complete newbie point of view. So those of you who've already flown turbines for, great, happy to take some hints and tips along the way. But I'm doing this as to how easy is it to actually transition your flying style, but also get one of these set up and running. Makes sense? Oh, and I will just say, when you're at a model show, there's lots of big jets, isn't there? But after a while, they all look around the same size. You kind of get used to it. You kind of get acclimatized to the fact there's all these different jets, all the same size. When you buy one and you bring it home, it's completely different, which is what you're about to find out. So I've got to find somewhere where we can do the unboxing. Can't do it in here because the workshop is just not big enough. So we're going to go to the front of the house where the crate has just arrived and we're going to get it unboxed. So I did say it's big. And I wasn't expecting 2 crates, if I'm being completely honest with you, but it's better that it's packaged correctly and it's transported in multiple crates. So let's get this crate open and unloaded, and I'll show you guys exactly how it is packaged inside, and I'll show you the model. So now it's probably not a good time to realise I've not got a crowbar. So I'm going to do it the hard way and use a hammer. Carefully. This may take some time. It's actually coming off easier than I thought. Might have spoken too soon. Right, here we go. That was nice and actually perfect timing. Just had a phone call from Ben of FTL Innovations, who's arranged this model for me, just to check that it's arrived safely and there's no damage to the outside of the freight, which of course there isn't. So absolutely perfect timing, Ben. Thank you for checking in on me, much appreciated. But we need to start getting these bits out. Let's do it. Okay, so box number 1. What is in here? What can we see? More packaging. Looks like wings. Lots of protection, which is good. That's what we want. All right, let's get one of those panels out. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Bear in mind, this is a custom colour scheme as well, which Ben helped me with. I kind of chose it and he designed it all. And then we tweaked the colours. But oh, first impressions, I guess, is what count. So that is nicely protected and feels pretty light as well. So obviously one of the wing panels. What should we do? Let's actually have a close up of this wing panel. Let's just stop here. I was going to get it all unboxed first, but I'm dying to actually see the quality of this, as well as not damaging the model we're out here. I know I'm going slow. Actually buzzing right now. I'm sure you guys would be as well. Excitement. Some of you probably just thinking rip it open, Matt. But right now I don't have any covers for this model. We're doing that in another video where I'll be working with Revolt Custom to make some custom covers that match the colour scheme. So we do that as a separate film. Or separate video rather. Oh, let's just rip some of this foam. It is very well packaged. Oh, what a lovely blue. Absolute perfect day for it. The sun is just shining down on it. Not sure if that's going to come out well on camera, but it's absolutely gorgeous blue. That metallic fleck in it. Still recovering from my trip to Dubai. I only got back a little while ago. Oh, nice, that yellow. I've given up the sellotape, we're just ripping it at the moment. Oh man. Oh yes, that looks good. That looks good, especially in this sunlight. Check this out. Gorgeous. Spray job is good, good, good. Lettering can normally be difficult to do, but that is, I'm happy with that, that's for sure. There we go. Gear doors. Let's have a hole. I love that blue. That blue is really nice. And the graphite grey as well with the yellow. I think those colour schemes go really well together. Guys, let me know down below in the comments, first impressions of the first wing panel. Let's scoop out wing panel number 2. Oh, and I've just seen what else is in here as well. So there's the second panel. Big box down the middle. And then down there is the rear end of the fuselage, because the fuselage on this model can be separated. It can be separated for transportation, which I think is a really nice touch. Okay, so let's get the second wing panel out. And I'm going to tuck that away for a moment, but what I'll do towards the end of this video is I'm going to put all the model together in the garden while the sun's out, so we can see it together for the first time. Obviously it's not finished, we've got to do that in the next video. We'll make a start on it, but let's have a look at what it's like all together. But for now, let's get this one out of the way and open up the next box. Okay, so next up is a box within the box. I'm going to put that down for a moment and we'll come back to that. So we're keen to get the main parts out. Definitely nicely packed and protected. There was no damage on that first panel we opened. You can see they're well protected. I was a bit concerned. It's the first time I've had a model come all the way from the factory in China. But this has been really well packed in these wooden crates. Okay, so I can see the rudder post. Let's work out the best way to... Now, this would be easier if this box was lower down. This is just getting bigger. This is just the rear end of the fuselage I'm about to lift out. Carefully, Matt, carefully does it. That is light. First impressions, that is light. I know there's nothing in it. I know the horizontal stabilizer's not on, rudder's not on, but you know, just the impression of the model, it feels light. So I'm gonna put it down there just for a second. I'll move this box out the way. You can't see now why I couldn't unbox this in the workshop. All right, let's do this carefully. I really don't want to rush because I don't want to damage it. No easy way, let's just open up from the front and a close up for you guys so you can see what I'm seeing. Look at that, lovely. It's for the turbines, the pipe basically effectively, tube, the exhaust. And that's obviously firmly mounted in the rear half. Very nice Lancer. Metallic blue is looking really good, as is the white. So I'm just be really having a good close-up of the spray job. It's just not easy spraying. Look at that, you can see my reflection in the paint job work. Check that out. And that was in the dark side. And this is sides in the sun. My shadow in the way. Looking good. Okay, so that's the first half, or the first box opened up. So this one, which we'll have a quick look in, but I'm really keen to get the fuselage out, or the other half of the fuselage rather, and hopefully the horizontal stabilizers in here and the rudder, and that should hopefully give us the full jet. So let's have a quick look in this one first. So guys, this is a 2.8 meter jet, and I will throw up the specs on the screen now, just while I'm opening up this box. And it is my first jet, as I already explained. Have I gone too big? I mean, they do a 2.1 meter as well, which might have been a better one, but I tend to think bigger stuff flies better, although I've never flown a big jet before, which is what we'll be doing in this series, is following a newbie, a jet newbie, transitioning from electric, prop, gas into turbines. We'll see how that goes. So this is what I'm seeing. Small parts, not exactly sure what all this is just yet, but the packaging, everything for sure is protected in here. Let's open up one of them just to see what it is. That looks like a tank, fuel tank, tubes. Okay, what I'm going to do is, I'm keen to get onto the main box. Let's go and park this box for a minute, and we'll go over some of these components in the next video around when we actually start using them. I don't want to unpack all of it right now, because obviously I'm not going to be building this straight away. I've got 2 other projects to move before we start the next video on this project. I was just laughing to myself because every time I take a part out of the box and put it in the house, it's going in my lounge, because it can't go in the workshop at the moment. I've got too much stuff in the workshop, and the lounge is just getting more and more jets and less space in it, which is making me laugh, but might not make Louise laugh. All right, better hurry up. Look at the size of that. Fuselage is the entire length of that box, and the other half is already in the house. It's a close up of the packaging again, so I think that's important to see how things arrive. So if anybody's actually concerned about ordering through FTL, I really wouldn't be, because it's extremely well packaged, extremely well protected, and so far there's been absolutely no damage whatsoever on all the bits we've currently unpacked. But look at that, the size of it. And then down there we've got the horizontal stabs, by the looks of it, and of course the mighty rudder as well. Right, enough talking, Matt. Let's get it out of the box. It's just huge. Look at the size of that. Half a fuselage, just over half. It's getting bigger. Okay, that's better. Just went and put the lid back on the box and pinched Louise's yoga mat. Better use for it to protect my plane, I think. Get the scissors and see if I can carefully open this without scratching the model, because that would definitely make me cry at this stage. So lucky with the weather today in the UK. It's actually warm. It's been raining. It's still, this is, when is it? It's 28th of February, in case you're wondering, when this jet's arrived. You guys will be seeing this video probably next week. And you'll be definitely seeing content on my Facebook channel today, because I was going to make it a surprise, but I'm useless to make it a secret. Those of you that follow me will know it's no secret, because I've been talking about it. I was talking about it while I was in Dubai last week, because Alam from Hangar Dubai has exactly the same model, and he has, well, I think where mine is yellow, he has pink. I believe the graphite grey on his is black, and it was flying absolutely brilliantly all the way through the MAD event last week. So I was sitting there envious, waiting for mine to arrive, but it's here now. And let's see this paintwork. There you go, that's what I'm seeing. Check out that shine. Just pause here for a moment, just so I can take it all in. It's obviously the side that's not in the sun. Look at that paintwork. Of course, that's where the other half of the fuselage plugs in. I'm sure you don't need me to point that out. And there we go, this is the sunny side, the side that's currently in the sun. I'm so glad it wasn't raining today. Absolutely beautiful. FTL Innovation's Lancer. You're going to be seeing a lot more of these jets in the UK. Hope you start seeing them at the shows as well. And of course, you'll be seeing them a lot on my channel as I put this together over a few videos. We'll do a test flight together, and then we'll see if we can put it through its paces as well throughout the season. Okay, let's have a, well, it's sat there all nice. The canopy is absolutely massive. It goes all the way back here, which is good for access. And I think we can just pop it off. I think it just pops off from the front. You know what it's like when you're touching something for the first time, you're a bit nervous about it. Does it slide? It slides. There we go. So yeah, not opened it before, obviously. Just that little hatch on the front. I'll give you a close-up of. Little hatch here, spring loaded, slide that forward, and the whole section here slides all the way back to this point here. So let's open it up. And that is light as well. And there's the fuselage, obviously without the canopy section on. Retract door. Now there is an option where you can have the servos and the gear all pre-installed with this, but I thought for content on the channel I would do it all myself, and of course I'm learning as well. This is my very first turbine, so I want to share that learning journey with you guys. Looking nice. We'll do more shots of the inside as we start doing the installation. I think for right now I want to have a look at the rest of the components, and then we'll get this together so you can see it together for the very first time. And there she is. So that is covered in bubble wrap, as you may be able to tell, and it was taped down inside the box there. Inside this is hardwood box. So let's carefully open her up. Oh, and did I mention that the wings, horizontal stabs, and the rudder are all quick release in this model, with a really unique quick release system, which I'll show you when we put it together in just a moment. Give you guys a close up. of this. Factory sprayed. Close up for you guys. You see the elevator pre-hinge, horns obviously in already as well. Now I know Ben at Jet Power last year, that's Ben from FTL, Ben Lawrence, your main contact. I'll put his details down below. I know last year he built one of these at the event and it flew incredibly well. It was the first time I saw it. So these can go together quickly, but we're going to be taking our time because obviously I'm learning and I want to share it all with you guys. The other half is obviously exactly the same, so I think what we need to do now is go and find somewhere that I can actually put it all together. So it's not going to be the workshop, might have to be the front room, the dining room table, or the garden. Okay, I was going to speed through this, but I thought I'll talk about how it goes together while we're doing it. Of course, this is my first time as well of putting it together. That's the two halves of the fuselage just slotting in. Then you've got these thumb screws, which I believe go that way around. 5 of these lock on the two halves of the fuse. I'm not going to do them up tight at the moment, just going to put a couple in. Maybe 2 more. These all should still be accessible once the turbine's inside as well, once the turbine's actually installed. Because the idea is this has been made to make it easier to transport. I'm told you can get this in a car. So maybe we'll try that towards the end. All right, that's 3. That's 3 of the 5 at the moment. I'll stop there. Just make sure it's on the stand properly as well. A little bit tail heavy at the moment. As in the balance on the stand. Let's not have it fall off while I walk away. That's better. Guys, if you're interested in the stand, there's already a review video of the stand on my channel, and I'll link that down below for you. Okay, so next up is the rudder. So there's a carbon post already cemented into the fuselage, and there's an aluminium post also which slots into the rudder. And this is quick release, which I'll show you on a close-up. Just offer it up for the first time. Slide that off. And there we go. Give you a close-up of that. So that's secured onto the model, and this is the quick release mechanism. Basically, to release it, you just push it back in and it will pop out, and that will release the rudder. So similar setup for the horizontal stabilizer, 2 aluminium posts and then 1 quick release button on there as well. So this should just slot in. The tube doesn't go all the way through, and it goes halfway through the fuzz. There we go, easier to do. I know you can't see this, but bear with me, I'll show you the other side. And there's the mechanism again. Here comes the other half. Posts in. Just check this because it's all shiny and new. It's the first time it's probably been plugged together. I'm sure they were done in the factory. That goes in fine. Just check this front one. That goes in fine as well, so it's just me. Just being a bit too careful. There we go. And there's the second one on. And we're still on the stand, nice and square. There we go, the sun's gone in at the moment, but it is still very shiny and looking good. Okay, so now for the wings. So big old carbon fibre tube, as you'd expect. And the same quick release system. I appreciate you guys can't see this one at the moment, but I will show you it in just a second to make sure it clips on. So you've got a locating pin at the back. Then it should just be a case of the ailerons and flaps there, just taped together in the middle. And then there's your 2 quick release. Just here. Definitely taking shape now. And there we go. And I will just go and get the canopy. Taking all this time to unbox it. Is it recording? Yeah, it's recording. The sun has gone in, but it is looking very nice. Try and get all of it in the frame mat. So unfortunately my microphone cut out at this stage, which is just about typical, but that is the unboxing complete. That is the very first FTL Lancer in the UK. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What do you think? What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Would you have gone for the 2.8 or would you have gone for the slightly smaller 2.1? So please like and subscribe to follow my journey on this. I think it's going to be a really interesting series for this year and I can't wait to get on to the next video with you guys. So I will see you next time round.